let's get down to the nitty gritty, because you reckon that a lot of the publicity around mortgage brokers has been too negative, exaggerated, and it doesn't really sum up what you think is a real situation. Yeah. Explain to my viewers why you think that your fraternity have been unfairly maligned.
Okay. Well, what we need to do is to go back to where this started.
Yep.
So 2016, ASIC undertook some research on the amount of commission that are paid to home loan brokers.
Okay.
Right? 2017, they put out a report, and in that report, it said that finance brokers generally write higher loan sizes than they do through bank channels.
Why do they do that?
Well, their determination was that happens because they're paid a commission, and so they have a driver to upsell. Pumped up the loan sizes.
You come in, you want 800,000, but we'll get you $1 million.
That's it.
All right.
But the problem comes out, says, well, yeah, I understand the numbers, but the numbers is only $32,000. It's not 100,000, 200,000. The difference between the two channels,
the size of the loans,
a
bank versus a mortgage,
is only 32,000. Now, the research piece wasn't completed, so no one has sort of said, no one went to the borrower and said, was that bad for you? Yeah. For all intents and purposes, it was the best outcome for the borrower. But no one asked the question. But from there, the discussions wound up in Royal Commissions and Productivity Commissioners saying, well, because brokers get paid a commission, they must be greedy because they're incentivised to get people into lower loan sizes. We've proven that with the ASIC data. You say, okay, well, yeah, understand the data, but when you actually understand the quantum that's involved, the whole discussion becomes disproportionate. Okay. When you look at the commission on $32,000 to a broker, in the first year alone, it's worth $17 a month.
Okay.
$17. In the second year, it's $4 a month because the upfront's no longer there, so on a diminishing basis. Yeah. So we're talking about $17 a month here. Who's going to risk a business? Who's going to release a relationship with a client? Who's going to burn themselves with their lender over $17 a month?
Did anyone run this argument to the Royal Commission?
No, not really, because the problem is that the Royal Commission is a different structure. It's all about putting people on a seat
would-be criminals.
Done wrong. Yeah, would-be criminals. You've done wrong. A lot of people said to me, Pete, why haven't you been there defending the industry? Well, I haven't done anything wrong, so we don't get a seat. They say all the right things with the right style of intent. I just don't know if they're ever going to grasp the realities of the industry. But this is why we have this conversation. I have this conversation with the federal ministers. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the Royal Commission does or the Productivity Commission does. They're all recommendations to a politician, and that politician, our federal minister, is the one who makes the decision.
Do you think this Royal Commission is going to change the nature of mortgage broking forever?
No, I don't. I believe there'll be tighter regulatory scrutiny that will come out of it. But it'll be more geared towards the banks and how they conduct themselves, more so than anything else.
How they read the submissions from you guys.
And how that flows back down the chain. Look, the reality is, if we go back to the late 80s, early 90s, when mortgage broking sort of was but wasn't there, and it was that 95 sort of period where things really started to bolster along, it was driven by the consumer, and it still is that. It's way over, it's somewhere in the vicinity of 57% of mortgages originated through brokers. They could walk into a bank if they want, but they choose this as a means of facilitating that.
So what's the new name going to be called? It's
AFCA, the Australian Financial Complaints Authority. AFCA. Be careful how you say it.
Just kept saying AFCA. I'm going to AFCA. Yeah, great.
The system, as it is today, as it will be under CAFCA, is that industry pays system. So that the consumer complaining does not pay. Right? It's all paid by, if the broker's fault, the broker pays, or if the lender's fault, the lender's going to pay the costs.
Can lawyers be involved?
No.
Good. And is that going to be extensive enough so every consumer who potentially could be ripped off could actually get their day in non-court?
Yes.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
It is.
But there are plenty of people we know were whinging about their insurance policy and they're being screwed around by banks and whatever insurance companies, and they seem to get nowhere. Is this new system going to give people the chance to sort things out before it goes on ridiculously?
Yeah, and hopefully that is the case.
Okay, well, it's great talking to you.
Likewise, thanks, Bill.
And let's hope that the good name of mortgage brokers is not sullied too much in the future, eh?
It won't be. It will continue on. I have no doubts about that. There's a new world in the future, but if you change the world, you destroy competition. You destroy competition, we set the clock back 30 years.
Time for a coffee, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Good
Cheers.
to see you.
Likewise, thanks.